Xander POV. I am Xander Wolfe, beta to the Wildfire pack. It is the biggest pack in the Northeast. I am 23 years old and have been searching for my mate for 3 years. I am 6'4", with wavy shoulder-length brown hair. I am well built not only because I am a wolf, but also because myself and my alpha are identical twins. As most alphas, I am built bigger even though I don't carry the title. We made the decision early that I would be beta, as I trust my brother and would rather be his support than share being in charge. It is his birthright, even though he is only 5 minutes older than me. I am in my brother, Zane's, office discussing going to another pack to see if we can find our mates. He is not as stressed about it because he feels it will happen when the time is right. But I am growing restless. My wolf fang is growing restless too. As if on cue, a knock sounds on the door and our parents walk in. I really do love them, but they meddle far too much in our love lives. I have great news, my sons. I have found identical twins for you boys to take as your chosen mate. I sigh before I start this conversation. For the millionth time, mother, I nor Zane will be taking a chosen mate. Zane sits in silence and lets me do the talking when it comes to our parents. My mother looks toward him and then back at me. Zane, you need a Luna, and Xander, you need a beta female. Now you have looked but you haven't found them, so it's time to do what's best for the pack. I growl a little because she is not listening. I will not now nor ever take a chosen mate. And that is the end of the discussion, I say with finality. My mother looks affronted. She turns toward my brother, and he says what he said. My father reaches over and tells her to let it go. It is not her decision to make. She quiets, but I know my mother well enough to know this isn't over for her. After we talk about a few more things, my parents get up to leave and my mother throws over her shoulder. Make sure you both are on time for dinner. We have guests coming. My father rolls his eyes, and they leave. I knew she would never let it go. I say to my brother, I don't care what she says, Zane. I am never going to go against the moon goddess and pick someone that wasn't made for me. Zane agrees, and we get back to the discussion about traveling to more packs. When we are done, I head downstairs and unfortunately run into Natalie. This girl has been after me since we were kids and still hasn't gotten the message that it is never going to happen. Hi Xander, want to go have a little fun? I never have before, so what do you think has changed now? Before she can answer, I do it for her. Nothing, that's what. As I walk away, I can hear her huffing and puffing. I make my way to the kitchen to grab a snack. When I get inside, the Omegas are preparing for dinner. Mauve, the head of the Omegas, sees me and greets me as she always does. She has always been warm and someone motherly I have been able to talk to. Don't get me wrong, my mother loves me, but sometimes her focus on appearance has her losing sight of the big picture. What's going on in that head of yours, Xander? Mauve asks as I sit down at the counter. I don't know. My mother keeps bringing up about me choosing a mate. I wish she would just let it go. Are you planning on ever listening to her? Hell no, I say with conviction. Good, because I love your mother, but on this, she is wrong. You deserve the girl that was made for you and should accept nothing less. I grab an apple and smile as I walk out the door of the pack house. When I get outside, I finish my apple and decide to go on a run. I get to the edge of the forest and strip. I shift into Fang, and we take off like the wind. I feel so free, and when we run like this, it clears my head. Fang, I know you want your fated mate, but what if we never find her? Do we stay without a mate? He growls a little and answers, we will find our mate. I am sure of it, Dawn. lose faith yet. Okay Fang, I will just keep searching until we find her. We run for a while, and I have to get back to get ready for dinner. I don't want to piss my mom off any more than she already is. After I shower, I head to the office to meet Zane. Before we walk to dinner, when I get there, I see an Omega leaving his office. He has a smile on his face, and I am not naive to know what was going on. You are going to be so sorry when you find your mate that you didn't keep it in your pants. Zane laughs. I hear you, brother. Not all of us are saints like you. I wonder how you will feel if your mate isn't pure, since you didn't save yourself. For her, my brother growls, and I just put my hands up in surrender. Just something to think about the next time you're betting an Omega. I start walking toward dinner with my brother deep in thought next to me. Do you think she will reject me for not saving myself? For your sake, I hope not. We enter the dining room, and everyone is seated. I notice that next to our seats are two girls who look exactly the same. What the fuck, Mom? I think it's going to be a long dinner. She smiles and tells us to have a seat. Emma POV. I run to Sarah's cottage, feeling sick. I knock on the door, and Sarah opens it with surprise at my appearance. My cheeks are tear-stained, and I am sure she can tell I am in pain again. What is going on, Emma? You look worse than yesterday. We go inside, and I begin to tell her everything that happened over the last week, because I can't keep it in anymore. That bastard, I am going to kill him. Sarah, you can't say anything, or he will hurt us both. He told me, if I don't just keep being his Luna and mate, he will kill you and me. I don't care. You are not going to continue to endure this abuse to protect me. At that moment I double over, experiencing the all too familiar pain of his infidelity. Sarah leads me into her room and lays me down. She places a cold rag on my forehead and sits with me till the pain passes. When it's finished, my resolve is stronger than before. We come up with a plan for us to both leave before this asshole accomplishes his goal of getting me pregnant. As I am about to leave, I get a mind link from Satan himself to come to his office. I tell Sarah he is summoning me to his office. I take a deep breath and head to the hell that is my life. I arrive at Chase's office about 10 minutes later. When I walk in, I see Mia is sitting in a chair across from him. If seeing him isn't bad enough, now I have to see them both. I wish the ground would open and swallow me whole. Have a seat, Emma. We have some good news to share. The moment the words leave his mouth, the sickness I am already feeling intensifies. I take a seat and stare straight ahead. We found out this morning that Mia is pregnant. Isn't that wonderful, my love? He really is cracked. I can't believe this stranger that has taken the place of my loving mate. Emma, answer me when I speak to you. I would rather not say anything since you won't like what I have to say. I am glad for one thing. Now you can leave me alone, as you got your heir. I will be moving my things in the spare room, so you two can have each other. Thank you for that much, I guess. Enough, he roars. He stands and comes to stand in front of me. He grabs me by the throat, not enough to cut off my air supply, but enough to grab my attention. This is the last time I will say this to you, Emma. You are my mate. That is never going to change. This is our baby. Your sister is just the vessel. Now say thank you like a good girl. When I don't respond, he squeezes a little tighter. Thank you, I spit out. Good girl. Now going forward we all will be sharing our room nightly. I will need to be close to my pup, and I need my mate to keep myself and my wolf calm. Now, give me a kiss, Emma, and you're dismissed, because Mia and I need to celebrate. If I couldn't get any sicker. He kisses me, and I want to puke. I go to run out of the office. And Emma, don't forget what I said about Sarah. if you're even thinking about doing something stupid, because I will not hesitate to end you both. I run to the bedroom I have been staying in and fall onto the bed. I cry for all that I have lost and what I continue to endure. I pray to the moon goddess to help me escape this hell. A knock comes on the door, and I call out to give me a minute. I don't want anyone to see me like this and report back to him. When I open the door, I see someone I didn't expect to see. Luna. Alyssa, I wasn't expecting you today. She smiles. I wasn't expecting to hear that I was going to be a grandmother. But here we are. I am so happy. She engulfs me in a hug, and it is all I can do to not break down and fall apart. I want to tell her what a monster her son is, but I know I can't. She steps back and asks me how I am feeling. I am just really tired. If you don't mind, I would like to rest. Of course, my dear, making a pup is hard on a body. You rest, and I will have an omega bring you something to eat. By the way, why aren't you in your normal room? I don't know what to even say. Then I think of a lie. Quick, your son has been snoring quite a bit, and I couldn't sleep. I chuckle. Like father, like son, I guess. She hugs me one more time before she leaves. I fall back in bed, and exhaustion takes me under. I wake to a body over the top of me. What the hell is going on? I realize it's Chase, and I start to push him off. Come to bed, my love, you slept through dinner. I know opposing him won't end well, so I get up like a mindless zombie and walk into the bedroom. I stop in my tracks when I see Mia in bed. I knew what he said, but a part of me hoped he wouldn't really make this happen. He grabs my arm and turns me toward him. Come on, Emma, don't act like a petulant child. Just get in bed with us. I will sleep between you so I can touch you both. I run to the bathroom and puke in the toilet. I hear the bathroom door open, and if it can't get any worse, I hear my sister's voice asking me if I am all right. Fuck you, Mia. Get the fuck away from me. Don't ever speak to me again. You are nothing to me, and I am nothing to you. Come on, sis, don't be that way. We both get to be happy this way. Don't you want me to be happy? I laugh. I want you to be dead instead of mom and dad. I hear her gasp, and she starts to cry, as if I could give a SHT less about her tears. I am still your sister, and I am carrying your niece or nephew, so you need to get on board with this, Mia says through her tears. Even though I have no intentions of claiming her child as mine, I turn toward her with an evil smile and say, no, you are carrying my child. Remember, your alpha said so. You are just a vessel and nothing more. Her face falls and she turns to leave me alone. After I clean up, I head from the bathroom to find the two of them in bed. I can do this, just get in and go to sleep. I try to talk myself down. I slide into bed and stay over to the side praying he won't touch me. No such luck. He wraps his arm around my waist and pulls me to him. Whatever you said to your sister, you need to apologize. I don't want her stressed while she is carrying our pup. I close my eyes tight and say I'm sorry into the air. Good girl, now sleep, my love. I can't pray hard enough that our plan works. Emma POV. I am in the kitchen with the Omegas organizing menus for this week. As I do weekly, I have been trying to stay away from Chase and Mia unless he calls for me. As we are talking, a smell hits my nose that makes my stomach roll. I run to the bathroom and puke everything I ate for breakfast. Crystal comes running with a towel for me. Thank you, Crystal. I am sorry about that. No apologies needed. Luna, are you sick? Whatever was cooking in the kitchen just didn't sit right with me. Crystal smiles at me like she knows a secret. Why are you smiling? I believe you may be having some morning sickness, Luna. I must look horrified for a moment, because she begins to apologize. It's okay, Crystal. You just shocked me when you said that. Is that not a good thing for you to be pregnant, Luna? Of course. It is. We have just been trying for so long. It shocked me, I say, and smile at her. Let's finish making the menus, so I can go rest. I head upstairs to the spare room and lock the door. This can't be happening. I refuse to have a baby with this monster. I head out of my room and down the hall. I compose myself and start toward the stairs to go see Sarah. When I reach the top of the stairs, I hear that voice that makes me sick now. Love, can you come to my office? I would like to talk to you. What could he possibly want from me now? I turn and say of course, as I walk toward his office. When I get inside, he sits behind his desk. How are you feeling, love? Why is he asking me that? Does he know what happened downstairs? Oh, goddess, please, don't let him know I'm fine. Is that all you needed? Emma, we used to talk for hours. Now you can't spare me a few minutes of conversation. I told you I still love you. I don't know why you must be so cold, Chase says. I have done all you asked of me. None of the pack members know of your fucked up idea of the mate bond. I am still performing my Luna duties. I apologize if I am not the same. After what you have done to me, I will never love you again, but I am doing what you have asked. He growls, and I know Lucifer is coming to the surface, as he still loves me. I am hoisted in the air and slammed to the wall. Mate, I know my human is an asshole, but I never want to hear you say that you don't love us again. Lucifer, do you really believe I will love Chase after what he has done? I do love you, Lucifer, but unfortunately Chase has made his choice. Lucifer hugs me close, and I allow it, knowing it isn't fair to punish him. The minute he pulls back, and I see Chase's eyes back to their original color, I pull away. So, you still love Lucifer, just not me. You better get over it, because we are together until death, my love. He goes back to sit behind the desk. I stand there just looking at this man that once held my heart, and now I can't stand to be in this room with him. Now, back to the reason I called you. Crystal mentioned you weren't feeling well this morning, and I thought maybe you could be pregnant. I could feel my heart fall. I can't even breathe right now. I can't be mad at Crystal. She doesn't know the fucked up situation I'm in. Answer me, Emma. Were you feeling sick after you smelled something they were cooking? Yes, I think it was. Before I can finish, he says, you will be going to the pack doctor tomorrow for a pregnancy test. I don't think that's necessary. Enough. This is not up for debate. I have to attend to Alpha meeting tomorrow morning, so you will be going without me. But the doctor will be reporting directly to me. Fine, I will go. Are we done here? Not until you come here and show me you still love me. Shouldn't you go check on Mia and her pup? She lost the pup last night, so you should be happy you still have a chance to care for your own pup. He says it like she and the pup mean nothing. He is such a monster. Well, if I didn't feel sick before, I do now. I walk toward him to get this over with. I head to Sarah's cottage. We have to make our move tomorrow in case I am pregnant. I knock on the door, and Sarah opens up. I tell her about everything that happened this morning. As I sit with Sarah, I think about Mia, and for one instant my heart breaks for her over the pup. Then I remember all she has done and the pain she caused me. I push down that sympathy and pray to the moon goddess to hold her pup close as he is innocent. Sarah hugs me, and together we prepare for escape. When I leave the cottage, I connect with Ruby. Ruby, I know you will be hurt when I break this bond, and for that I am sorry. You are the most important thing to me. Lucifer and I have said our goodbyes, Ruby says. I know she says that. but her heart is broken for the bond she is losing. When I go to bed that night, I see Mia laying toward the wall, on the right side of Chase. I still can't bring myself to offer her support. I slip into bed, after showering, and say a thank you to the goddess. This will be my last night in this hell. Don't forget your appointment tomorrow, love. Hopefully we will have our heir soon. I hear my sister sob, and he doesn't make any move to comfort her. I fall into a restful sleep, with hope this will be over soon. I wake in the morning to an empty bed, which I am very grateful for. Unfortunately, it doesn't last. When I go into the bathroom, I find Mia laying in the tub. I go to turn around and she calls out to me. Against my better judgment, I turn around and look her in the eyes. He told you I lost the pup, and I am sure you're happy. I would never wish for anyone to lose a pup, but if you're asking for sympathy, you'll get none here. I prayed for the pup, but as far as I am concerned, you deserve every bit of pain that you are in. I turn and walk out of the bathroom. I dress in the closet and head out of the room before I have to see her face again. I grab something quick for breakfast, and I am so grateful that Chase has already left for his meeting. At 9 a.m. I head over to the Pack Hospital for my appointment. I meet with Elizabeth, who handles the pregnancies of the pack. Good morning, Luna. Are we ready to see if we are having the pack heir? I smile at her and nod in response. I am sorry about your sister. I was with her yesterday when she lost the pup. Thank you for the sentiment. She draws blood and I wait holding my breath for the results. After a half hour, she comes in and I brace myself. Congratulations, Luna, you're pregnant. I start to cry, and I am sure she thinks these are tears of joy, but they are not. I will love this pup, but I just wish it wasn't his. She informs me she will be calling the Alpha, as he is waiting for the results. Elizabeth, do you think you could wait a few hours? I would like to set up a surprise for him to tell him myself. She smiles and says, of course, Luna. I won't call him till tonight to confirm. I thank her and leave on shaky legs. How could this have happened after all this time? And what will he do when he finds out and I'm gone? Emma POV. I reach Sarah Cottage, and she is waiting on the porch. She can see the look on my face, and she knows the answer. I am so sorry, Emma. I know you didn't want to have a pup from him. It will be okay. It is my pup, no one else's. I will raise him, or her, and teach them how to love their mate properly. I have my bags already packed at Sarah's. We put everything into Sarah's car, and head for the border, where the guards are stationed. They stop the car to see where we are headed. Alpha wants me to meet him at the Alpha meeting, but he forgot to inform me which of the packs the meeting was being held. The guard chuckles. He is at our neighboring pack, the Silver Moon. Thank you so much. I will see you when we get back. The guard waves us through. I hate lying to the members of the pack, but it has to be done. We drive to the border of the Silver Moon pack, and I get out of the car. Sarah stands next to me because she knows this is dangerous to me as much as it is going to hurt him. Emma Nelson, Luna of the Crimson Pack, reject Chase Nelson as my mate and Alpha. I break all ties with the Crimson Pack and leave all their secrets behind. As soon as I am done speaking the words, the pain that I feel is no worse than what I have endured every day. What he has been doing has weakened our bond, thankfully. Sarah stands next to me and cuts all ties with the Crimson Pack. We get back in the car and head toward Sarah's cousin's pack. I just want to leave this place far behind. Chase POV. I haven't heard from Elizabeth about the results of Emma's tests. I hope she is pregnant. Maybe she will get back to the Emma I used to know. I doubt that you are disgusting human. Lucifer growls in my head. What is your problem? I didn't throw our mate away. I just did what had to be done. We need an heir, and I can care for both of them. You are going to lose her, and when she leaves, I will leave you too. Shut up, you stupid wolf. I can have everything. I am the alpha. She will never leave me. She cares too much for Sarah. I tune back into the alpha, who is speaking in our meeting. All of the sudden I have a pain in my chest and fall to the floor. I can feel her break the bond between us, and I feel the loss of 2 pack members. I roar. She has left with Sarah. I can barely stand, and the other alphas are standing around me. I manage to get to my feet and inform the alphas that there are issues that I have to attend to. My beta helps me to the car, and we head for the pack. When I find her, she will regret what she has done. I call Elizabeth and she informs me that Emma is pregnant. She left with my pup. This isn't over. Emma POV. We are driving for 2 hours before we come to the pack border. We meet with Border Patrol, but they are expecting us because Cassandra has informed the alpha. We head through the gates and drive until we come to a huge pack house. A beautiful young girl is waiting for us, who I assume is Cassandra. Sarah stops the car, and we get out. She and the girl hug before breaking apart. Cassandra, this is my best friend Emma, and Emma, this is Cassandra. She hugs me too. She shows us to a cottage we will be staying in while we are here. You will have to meet with the alpha tomorrow, as is pack protocol. Sarah speaks up. That's not a problem. Once we get inside, I feel like I can breathe again. I am starving, and thankfully the cottage is stocked with food. We go to the kitchen and get something to eat. Xander POV. Zane, what time will we be leaving tomorrow to the surrounding packs? We have to meet with Cassandra's visitors tomorrow, so I figure we will go right after. That's fine. I am going to head to training to check on the warriors, and then I am going to go for a run. I have to finish up some office work, but I did want to tell you I really thought about what you said, and I won't be betting anyone females, Zane says. I am glad, brother. I think that is wise for the sake of your future bond. I leave Zane's office glad that he took what I said. Seriously, I know a lot of male wolves don't wait, but I don't think it is right for us to hold some stupid double standard. I hope my mate saved herself for me. I am not sure how I will feel if she didn't. I would never reject her, but it definitely will hurt me. As I walk down the stairs, one of the Omegas asks me if Alpha is in his office with a smile. He is, but he is not going to be needing your services anymore, I say with finality. She apologizes and heads back toward her quarters. I hope he stays true to what he said. I arrive at the training ground and the warriors are looking awesome. They are fighting in both wolf and human form to ensure we are our strongest in both forms. When I am done, I head toward the forest. Fang is acting strange and pacing in my mind. I am going to let you out. Can you settle down? Something is going to happen soon. I can feel it. What kind of crazy talk is that? I just feel something is going to happen. I blow Fang off and shift. We run and I try to clear my mind. I hope tomorrow proves to be productive in finding my mate. Emma POV. I wake about 8 am because we need to meet early with the alpha. I believe Cassandra said his name is Zane. When I get out of bed, I am immediately struck with a wave of nausea. I run to the bathroom and begin to puke. Sarah must hear me from the hall, because soon I feel her pulling my hair back. After I am done, she helps me stand and I clean up at the sink. If you don't feel up to this, I can meet with the alpha, and you can rest. Don't you think he will get upset that we are both not there? Based on what Cassandra said, I don't think so. He seems very nice and reasonable. I'll just explain you're having morning sickness. That would probably be best. I would like to be more presentable before I meet the alpha of a pack we may join. Do you want me to grab you some dry toast? It may settle your stomach, and I think I saw ginger ale. That would be great. What would I do without you? Your life would be a shadow of what it is now without me. I laugh and throw the towel at her. I go back in my room and get in bed. Sarah brings in my toast and ginger ale. She heads out to meet with the Wildfire Pack Alpha. I hope everything goes well. She even wore one of my summer dresses that I love. She looked great in it. Sarah POV. I reach the pack house and head inside. One of the she-wolves directs me to the alpha's office. When I come to the door, I knock. I hear a deep male voice say enter. When I walk in, an attractive man is seated behind the desk. I go in and take a seat, but soon I am engulfed in two strong arms saying mate. What the hell, this guy is not my mate. There is no tingles and I catch no scent. He suddenly puts me down. I am so sorry, your scent made me think you were my mate, but I realize now I was wrong. It dawns on me that I am wearing Emma's dress. He must be her second chance mate. I don't know how she is going to feel about another alpha. After all she has endured, I hope she will forgive me for what I am about to do, if I think this guy is good enough. It's quite alright, Alpha. Xander POV. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get to say it when you first came in. I am the beta. The alpha. My brother had an emergency to attend to, so he asked me to meet with the guests. My name is Xander Wolfe, and my brother is Zane. We ask for these meetings to find out the guest intentions, and also to welcome you to our pack. I thought there was two of you, Cassandra said. There is my best friend, wasn't feeling well, so I told her to stay in bed, and I would meet with you. I'm sorry with Alpha. Is she okay? Does she need to see the pack doctor? Sarah POV. No, she doesn't need the doctor. We already know why she is sick. Care to elaborate on what that might be? I am not sure. That is my story to tell. I will tell you one thing, because I believe you have the right to know. Before I tell you, I am going to preface it with this. If you hurt my friend, after what she has been through, beta or not, it won't be pretty. I am confused. Why would I hurt your friend? Is she a threat to the pack? No, she is no threat to the pack. However, based on your reaction when I walked in here, her past may be. Xander growls and I interrupt. The dress I am currently wearing is my friend Emma's dress. It takes him a few minutes to catch up, so I just wait. Xander POV. After she says about her dress, I think that this girl must be crazy. She is talking in riddles. Then, like a light bulb goes off in my brain. The scent on the dress, it was her friend's. Her friend is my mate, and she is sick. What the hell is going on that she thinks my mate's past is a threat to my pack? I need to see her now, I say with finality. I will take you to her, but I again am going to say, she has been hurt. So you need to be kind, even if you are going to reject her. Reject her? Are you out of your mind? I would never reject her. You need to talk to her so she can tell you her story. Then I hope you feel the same. What would have this girl thinking that I wouldn't want my mate? I rise, and she leads me out of the pack house, toward the cottage they are staying in. The smell of strawberries is getting stronger. When she opens the door, she heads back toward what I assume is a bedroom. When she opens the door, I see the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. I hear her begin to ask Sarah how the meeting went before I see her stiffen. I assume catching my scent. I say loud mate and rush to her side. I hear her whisper the same, but the fear in her eyes doesn't sit well with me. Emma POV. I hear the cottage door open, and I assume Sarah is returning from her meeting. That was quick. She has only been gone about 20 minutes. When she opens the door, I begin to ask how it went when the smell of apples and cinnamon invade my nose. It is the most delicious smell, and I stiffen because this can't be happening. I just broke the bond with Chase. How can I have another mate? Already I see the most gorgeous man come through door saying mate. He sits at my bedside, and I whisper the same. He is never going to accept me after he finds out that I am pregnant, and my former mate is after me. I am never going to know what it is like to have a loving Emma POV. I look at Sarah for what to do next. I am scared of the rejection, but a part of me wonders if it is the best thing for me. What if he is like Chase? I can't take another alpha mate who thinks of me as a plaything before I can speak. Sarah does. Emma, this is Xander Wolfe, the beta of the Wildfire pack. I look at her a little confused. Zane, who is the alpha, had to attend to some business, so he had sent Xander to meet with us. Before I can speak again, Xander does this time. Sarah, can you leave us for a little while? Remember what I said, beta. I will not hesitate to make good on my promise, she says as she closes the door. We sit for a few minutes just breathing in each other's scent. I break the silence. I am sorry I wasn't there this morning for our meeting. I wasn't feeling well. He looks at me for an explanation, and I bite the bullet and continue. I realize we are mates, but what I am about to tell you may change your mind about accepting me. He goes to speak, and I raise my hand to halt him. I will completely understand if you do reject me, and I will find a different pack to accept me. A small growl comes from him before he cuts in. You will not be going anywhere. I can tell by his eye color turning to black from its deep blue, and the tone of his voice, that his wolf is coming to the surface. I apologize, Fang, and I have waited for you for a very long time. So we can't have you talking about leaving us. He places his arms around my waist, and his head in the crook of my neck to calm himself. The tingles and his scent feel so delicious. I don't want to pull away, but I need to get this out before I let myself hope he accepts me. I lay back against the headboard, and he begrudgingly lets me go, but takes my hand in his as I begin to speak. We did not just come here for a visit, and I fear that we will bring danger to your pack, which was not my intent. You are my second chance mate. He stiffens when I say those words. You were rejected by some asshole. Not exactly, but it is definitely complicated. I was mated to the alpha of the Crimson Pack, Alpha Chase Nelson. We were mated for 2 years, and he really was a wonderful mate during that time. I hear him again growl, and I rub circles on the back of his hands. Before I start to speak again, I see Xander is getting a mind link. After a few minutes he smiles at me. Do you think you feel up to heading to my brother's office? If not, I will have him come here, so he can hear everything since it will affect the pack. I am feeling a little better. If you could just step out. I realize I am wearing pajamas and for some reason, I feel shy. He smiles, but doesn't oppose my request. I get up and eat a few saltines I have next to my bed and sip some ginger ale. I open the door and he is waiting. He takes my hand, and we head toward the living room. Sarah pops up. What's going on? Where are you going? Xander explains, and she offers to come with us, but I tell her I will be fine. We head out the door and toward the pack house. Xander POV. The minute I open the door of her bedroom, she is dressed in a blue sundress, and I feel my members stir. She is so gorgeous. and I can't wait to make her mine in every way. There is nothing that could make me not want her. I don't care what we have to overcome. I know she will be worth it. I take her hand and lead her to the living room. I really like her friend. She is very protective of my mate, which makes me happy. She offers to go with us, but Emma feels comfortable with me. That alone makes my heart beat a little faster. But I just lead her out of the house, toward the pack house. When we get inside, we cross the lounge area, and of course that bitch Natalie has to be here. She better not say a word in front of Emma, or I am going to lose it. I lead Emma to the stairs, and we make it halfway before she stops us. Hi Xander, ready for that fun I promised you? I growl at her and she cowers and runs away from me. Emma gives me a look. Girlfriend of yours that I am interfering with. She sounds jealous, but I don't want her to be. Absolutely not. She has chased me forever, but I have never given her or any other she-wolf the time of day. She stops dead in her tracks, and I look back at her. You have never been with someone ever. I lean in and whisper in her ear, you are the only woman I will ever touch. That way I see her shiver and blush. God, that turns me on. Too, is there nothing this woman does that doesn't get me excited? I start toward the office again, before I forget why we're here, and lead her to my room. Emma POV. When we reach the office, my mind is still reeling after Xander's omission. He saved himself. For me, he definitely is going to be disappointed when I finish my story. Xander knocks and we enter the office. When we walk inside, I see a man behind the desk that looks exactly like Xander. Oh my God, they are identical twins. Even though they are identical to me, Xander is the sexiest. In our world, the moon goddess does that to avoid infidelity. Obviously, it doesn't work on all her children. Xander introduces me, and when he says, I am his mate, the smile on his brother's face is contagious. Welcome, sister-in-law. We are so happy you are here. He has been looking everywhere for you. Thank you, but I still need to finish the story of why I'm here, so Xander can decide if he wants to accept me. Xander catches Zane up on me being mated to Chase. Go ahead and continue, precious. I love the nickname and I pray this man wants me. After the 2 years, we were not able to produce an heir despite our efforts. I begin to feel sick and couldn't figure out why. Long story short, he was sleeping with my younger sister. Both Xander and Zane roar. I wait till they quiet and continue. After I discovered them, he told me he planned on keeping us both, and whoever got pregnant would give him an heir that I would raise so the pack wouldn't know of his cheating. When I refused, he threatened my life and my friend Sarah. I didn't know what to do, so I tried to just avoid him and do my Luna duties. He wasn't satisfied and made me continue sleeping with him. The last straw was my sister got pregnant, and he made me sleep in the same bed with both of them. I can see that both men are on the verge of shifting. I stand and place myself in Xander's lap to calm him. Do you want me to stop? Xander growls. No, finish please. I started to feel sick, and the morning after my sister lost her pup, he made me go to the doctor's. Thankfully he wasn't with me. I prayed that it wouldn't be true, but the doctor confirmed that I was pregnant. I and Sarah drove to the border of the pack he was having a meeting at, and I rejected our bond, severing all ties with him. He will not just let it go, so if he finds me, he will wage war on your pack. I am sure of it. I never expected to have a second chance mate so soon. I am so sorry. I know you probably wanted a pure mate, since you saved yourself for me. I begin to cry for all I am losing again. I stand from his lap as he is calm now and face the door. Please just make the rejection and I will accept it. Xander POV. When she finishes the story, if I had that son of bitch in front of me, I would rip his throat out. To treat his mate and Luna like a possession and not a partner. To make her suffer the pain of him fucking another over and over again. No one like that should ever carry the title, Alfie. When she stands from my lap in tears, it takes me a moment to register what she said. She will accept my rejection. Like hell she will. I stand from my chair and come up behind her. I, Xander Wolfe, accept you, Emma Nelson, as my mate and beta female. She turns to me with surprise written on her face. Are you sure I won't get rid of this pup? It's mine. The pup that grows in your belly is my pup, as much as it's yours. That bastard will never have you or the pup. She wraps her arms around my neck, and I hear the sweetest words. I, Emma Nelson, accept you, Xander Wolfe, as my mate and beta. The rest we will figure out, precious. A week later. Chase POV. I am tearing my office apart. I cannot find that bitch anywhere. She has vanished with my pup. If you were patient and faithful, we would still have our mate, you disgusting human. I don't know how I got put with such an awful human, Lucifer says. Shut the fuck up, Wolf. She is my mate, and had no right to cast me aside. I never cast her aside. I just needed something she wasn't giving me. I sit down in the only thing standing in my office, the chair. I told you if we lost her, I would leave you, and I am warning you, if you don't get her back, I will make good on that promise. You can have that whore Mia, and be an alpha without a wolf. You wouldn't dare leave me, and I haven't touched that whore since Emma left. Maybe you should have done that before, and we wouldn't be without our mate, you asshole, Lucifer says. I block him, because I can't listen to his bullshit anymore right now. After a few minutes a knock comes on the door. The door opens and Mia walks in. What the fuck do you want? I was looking for you, my alpha. Well, don't just get the hell out of my face. I don't want to see you. I love you, Chase. Now that she is gone, I can be your Luna and give you the air you deserve. She was never worthy of you. I am on my feet and have her by the neck against the wall. You are a joke. You will never, and I repeat, never be worthy to be my Luna. You are a whore and you were barely a good mistress. Your sister is my mate and Luna. That is not going to change, and if you speak of her again in that way, I will snap your fucking neck. Make sure you stay out of my sight. You make me sick. She begins to cry, and I could care less. I betrayed my sister for you. I love you. How could you treat me this way? You betrayed your sister because you are a worthless SLT who only cares about herself. Don't mistake you being a bed warmer for anything more. I have no feelings of love for you, and I never will. Now get out of my sight. She stands and runs from my office. She wasn't even a good fuck to have caused me all this drama with my mate. As I sit in chair, another knock sounds. Why the fuck can't I be left alone? Go away, I am busy. The door opens and someone I really don't want to face right now comes in. My mother, Luna Alyssa, walks in my office. What is happening here, Chase? Why is your office destroyed? I am just stressed out, mother. Nothing for you to concern yourself with. She gives me a stern look, and I know she is not going to let this go. Does this have anything to do with Emma being gone? How do you know Emma is gone, and what were you told? I know things, but I want to hear what you did from your own mouth, my son. I take a deep breath and prepare myself for what I am going to hear when I tell her what I did. I am the alpha, but I know my mother well enough. She will not think twice of reporting me to the elders. I need to spin this, so she doesn't try to have my title taken away from me. I made a mistake, mother. I was unfaithful to her with Mia, and now she has left me. I can see the anger on my mother's face. and she has no idea what I have really done. How could you betray your mate like that, and with her very own sister? You deserve all that is happening. I hope she never returns to you. What were you thinking? Mia seduced me. I wasn't thinking. You know how much I love Emma. I would never intentionally hurt her. She is my world. There is more. Mother Emma is also pregnant with my heir. Now my mother seems to calm a little. First things first, I want that girl banished from this pack, and I want it done today. Then you better find Emma and beg for her forgiveness to get her and my grand pup back. If you don't succeed, I will go to the elders to have you removed as Alpha's son or not. Mother, don't threaten me. I told you I was sorry. You are definitely a sorry excuse for a mate and Alpha, after what you did to that poor girl, who has been nothing but an amazing mate. And Luna. Mother stands and stares daggers at me. I believe you have a few things to take care of, so you better get to it. I will be back to see if Emma returns. You better hope she does. I head to the door of the room that Mia has been staying in. I bang on the door, and she swings open the door wide. She is wearing a teddy, apparently thinking I am coming to fuck her. Get dressed and get your stuff together. What stuff? What are you talking about? You are being banished. You have half an hour to gather all your things and meet me in the yard. You can't do this. I just lost our pup. You lost your pup. You are nothing to me, and you are now a rogue. I guess you should have not betrayed your sister. You are her mate. You betrayed her too. I have nowhere to go. You seduced me, and I don't care where you go. I'm waiting in the yard when Mia comes out the door. My mother never left and is waiting for me to banish Mia. Fuck, I really hoped she wouldn't see her. I start to speak, and my mother stops me. She walks up to Mia and slaps her across the face. A crowd of pack members have gathered, and Mia is crying. How could you betray your sister and seduce my son? Oh, shit, I have to move this along before she tells my mother what really happened. Mother, let me finish with her banishment and get this trash away from our pack. My mother raises her hand to me, which pisses me off, but I don't want to snap at her in front of the pack. I asked you a question, a girl. I expect a response. Mia POV. After Luna Alyssa slaps me, I start to cry. I can't believe he is banishing me like I am nothing. I betrayed everything for him. When she demands an answer, I have nothing left to lose. I didn't seduce him, he seduced me. He came to my room and told me he needed an heir. Enough, I hear a growl and Chase comes toward us. Luna Alyssa steps in front of me and stops her son with a glare. Both of you inside now, she says as she points at me and Chase. Chase looks around the yard and orders everyone away, but the talk has already started. When we reach Chase's office, the Luna spins on him. Sit your ass down now. She turns back to me. Finish. He slept with me over and over, telling me that I was important to him. Then when Emma found out, he told her that he would have us both, and whichever produced his heir she would raise. He threatened if she left, he would kill Sarah. He growls again and his mother just looks at him. After I got pregnant, he made her sleep with him and me in the same bed, even after she begged not to. When I lost the pup, she found out she was having one and left because your son is a monster. Are you finished, girl? Yes, ma'am, I am. I told him I would be his Luna and give him his heir, but he doesn't want me. You will never be Luna of this pack as long as there is air in my lungs. Nothing has changed about my orders. Chase, banish her. Chase POV. I stand smiling at Mia because she thought spilling her guts would save her from this, but she was wrong. I Alpha Chase Nelson, and the Crimson Pack cut all ties with Mia Torn, making her a rogue from this day forward. If you enter our territory again, you will be killed on sight. Get out and never return. Mia picks up her things and leaves. I mind link a warrior to meet her and escort her to the territory line. When I turn around, my mother slaps me across the face. You are no son of mine. Find my daughter-in-law and grandpup, or I will have your title taken. From this day forward, I am not your mother, and you are not my son. My mother turns and walks out of my office. How could my life go to hell in a week? Your life went to hell, because you are a greedy, unfaithful piece of SHT human, Lucifer says. I block him and sit in the chair, trying to figure out how in the hell I am going to find Emma and save my title. Emma POV. It's been 3 days since Xander and I accepted each other. We have been spending a lot of time together, but we haven't made it and marked, yet I am still nervous, even though I know in my heart he is nothing like Chase. Now that I have time to look back at our relationship, there was signs of his ways before the truth came out. I just didn't recognize them. He paid attention to Mia, even before she moved into the pack house. I thought he was just being nice, but I think he wanted to fuck her the whole time. He just was good at hiding it. He paid attention to the she-wolves a little too much. I am so angry with myself for not realizing sooner what was happening. I could have avoided carrying his child. I am going to love my pup, but I just wish it was with Xander, not him. Xander insists that he is going to love my pup like it's his own, and I hope he stays true to those words. I haven't moved into the pack house because I feel bad leaving Sarah behind, since I am the reason she left her home. I know Xander is getting antsy, even though he is insistent. He doesn't want to rush me. Male wolves are very possessive of their mates. He has offered to give Sarah a bedroom on our floor so she can be close to me. I am going to tell him today that I will be moving into the pack house, and Sarah agrees to move to our floor. I am grateful to have them both. We are going to have our joining ceremony as new pack members, and I will be named the beta female at the end of the week. It doesn't bother me one bit to not be the Luna of a pack, but I have still offered Zane assistance with duties until he finds his mate. He was very happy for the help and seems to be a great alpha to his pack. Sarah, I am going to find Xander to let him know we will move into the pack house today. I am so glad you two accepted each other. I really think he is going to be a great mate for you and dad for your pup. Thank you, Sarah, for being the friend you are. Otherwise I would probably still be stuck there with Chase being tortured. We hug and I leave the cottage to find Xander. When I reach the pack house, I notice a car in the driveway that I haven't seen before, and I am a little nervous. I just know Chase will be looking for me, and I hope he never finds me. I go inside and head for the stairs that lead to the alpha floor. As I walk toward the alpha's office to find Xander, I see a couple leaving the office. As I reach the door, the woman speaks. Who are you and what are you doing on the alpha floor without permission? I realize she must be someone important to the pack, and I have no idea what Xander has said to his pack members. I quickly knock and do not answer her. The door swings open, and I am greeted by the most beautiful smile. I am pulled into 2 strong arms, and he places his face in the crook of my neck. I feel the presence of the couple behind me, and I hear someone clear their throat. When Xander looks up, I see shock, and then satisfaction on his face. Who could these people be for him to react that way? Xander POV. After we are done dealing, we are mother again. Both of our parents get up and leave the office. I am not ready to tell them about Emma until she is with me for the news. A knock comes on the door, but we weren't expecting anyone on this floor, so I hope it's not Mother again. When I open the door, Emma is standing there looking beautiful as usual, and I am so happy to see her. I grab her around the waist and place my nose in the crook of her neck. I love to breathe in her scent. I hear someone clear their throat and I look up to see my parents staring at us. At first it takes me off guard, but then I realize this is the perfect opportunity to shut my mother up. Mom and Dad, please come in. I have someone I would like you to meet. I lead Emma in and sit her on my lap. I can tell she wants to protest, but she doesn't in front of the others in the room. Mom and Dad take a seat and wait for me to speak. Zane is behind his desk with a huge smile on his face. Dad and Mom, I would like to introduce you to my mate, Emma Nelson. My mother gasps and I can see shock all over her face before she starts to speak. When and how did you find her? A few days ago, she came to visit the pack. That seems convenient. She just shows up at the pack. What business brought her here? Enough, Mother. I am not sure what you are inferring, but whatever it may be, better stop before it leaves your mouth. Emma is my mate, and it is not up for any debate from you. We have both accepted each other. My mother turns to my father for some support, and he puts his hands up, signifying she is on her own. I decide that I am not going to share Emma's story with my mother until we both see fit. I don't like her attitude, and I don't care if she is my mother. She is not going to make my mate feel uncomfortable. Mother, I think it's time for you to go. Emma and I will be spending the day together to mate. And Mark, my mother looks like she wants to murder someone, but she keeps her mouth shut. My parents walk out, and Zane starts to laugh. Emma looks very confused, so I explain what our mother is like. After a few minutes, she wraps her arms around my neck and says, "Mine. You bet your sweet ass you're mine, and I am yours." I laugh as I hold her tightly. After a few minutes, I ask her why she came to see me, hoping that everything is okay. Emma POV. That was interesting meeting Xander's mother. She doesn't seem to like me, but I am not sure why. After Xander explains what his mother is like, I realize she doesn't think I am good enough. She is a wolf that cares about rank and pedigree. I am glad that Xander didn't say anything about my past to her yet, because I am sure she will hold it against me when Xander asks me why I came to see him. With all the activity, I almost forgot. I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to move to the pack house with Sarah today. Xander's smile lights up his face. Say it again. I would like to move to the pack house with Sarah today. He stands with me in his arms and carries me to get Sarah. Xander, put me down. I can walk. Not right now. You won't. I want you in my arms. As we walk out of the pack house, I see his parents pulling out and his mother rolling her eyes at us. I don't think your mother wants you to be with me. It's a good thing. I don't care what she wants. You are mine in this life and the next. I snuggle into his neck. I will have the warriors move all of your and Sarah's belongings to the pack house. We reach the cottage and I tell Sarah to get ready for the move. She smiles at Xander holding me, and I just roll my eyes. Xander POV. I never thought what people said about the mate bond was true, but they were all right. I knew I loved her the moment I caught her scent. Holding her here in my arms, despite all that's against us, couldn't be righter. I really don't like the way my mother was acting toward my mate. We are going to have words. She can either accept Emma or not return to the pack. I know Zane will always back me up. That is the bond we have. I feel Emma stir next to me and her eyes flutter open. Hello, beautiful. Are you hungry? With the pregnancy I am always hungry. I lean over and kiss Emma's sweet lips, and then I bend down and put my lips to her belly. Are you hungry to sweet pea? Let's go get you and mommy fed. Emma POV. When I wake up, I see Xander staring at me. This man does all kind of things to my insides with those looks. I meant what I said to him earlier. I really do love him. I did at one time love Chase before the craziness that he turned into, but it was nothing compared to what I feel for Xander. When Xander bends down and kisses my belly, I want to cry. I really didn't think you would be able to accept this child, I confess to him. I won't lie and say that I don't wish it was my seed growing in you, but I will love any child that comes from your body. I am so grateful to have found you, and that I am the one that gets to love you. I kiss him one more time, before we both get up and get dressed. It's dinner time, so we head to the dining room. Sarah won't be at dinner because she headed to the human town with Cassandra, so it will be my first time in the packed dining hall. At a meal, we have been eating in our own cottage for meals. We head down the stairs, and everyone is looking at me walking with Xander. I wonder how they will react when I am announced. I hope the pack will accept me like the Crimson Pack did. When we enter the dining room, Xander walks us to the table, where Zane is seated. Zane stands and kisses me on the cheek, and earns a growl from his brother. I slap his arm, and we all sit down. Why are you growling at your brother? He is just touching you to annoy me. I look over at Zane, and he is smiling. You two haven't grown up yet, it's cute now. They both give me a low growl and I laugh. Congratulations, I see are in order on your mating and marking, Zane says. The Omegas come with the meals and set them down in front of us. I notice the girl that serves Zane seems a little too friendly. Xander speaks up, you can leave now, Marie. The girl looks embarrassed and scurries away. What was that about? I whisper to Xander. I'll tell you later when we are in our room. I let it go. But I believe that unlike my Xander, who is pure as the driven snow, his brother is a player. I wonder how his mate is going to like that. Probably not much. A lot of she-wolves keep themselves for their mates, but a lot of the males don't think they have to. It's a really big double standard. In our community we eat and make small talk. Xander and Zane will be coming back to our floor to have a talk about pack business while I go to lay down. I think Xander talked him into it because he doesn't want to be away from me, which is very sweet. I head to our floor with the men on my heels. When we enter the hallway where the bedrooms are, I hear a loud growl and the word mate. I turn and see Zane's eyes are pitch black, which means his wolf is coming to the surface. I am the only one here. So what the hell is happening? Xander POV. Zane wants to discuss pack business after dinner in his office, but I convince him since we made it today, I don't want to be far from Emma. While she rests, he is more than happy to have our discussion on my floor. Emma starts up the stairs, and I can't help stare at her luscious ass. I can't wait to have her in every way possible. I feel like a horny teenager every time I look at her. When we reach our floor, we all walk down the hallway where the bedrooms are located, so Emma can go to lay down. When we take a few steps, I hear my brother growl and hear him say, mate, what the fuck, that is not happening. I know sometimes twins share a mate, but that would have happened when Xander met her. I have no intention of sharing. Emma turns back and I can tell she is confused just the way I am. Zane's eyes are black, and I turn to him. Zane, what's happening? Emma is the only one here, and she is my mate. I can smell someone else, he says as he walks toward the spare bedroom. To say I breathe a sigh of relief would be an understatement. Then my eyes get big when I realize what this means. Emma POV. When I see Zane walking toward the bedroom, saying he can smell someone else, I realize what he means. She isn't here, it's her personal things that smell like her that he can smell. He throws open the door and takes in a deep breath. He whirls on me and Xander steps between us. Where is Sarah gone, Emma? She went to the human town with her cousin. She won't be back till tonight. Can you still mind link her? Xander asks me, as he can see his brother is losing his shit. No, we haven't been able to mind link since we broke our alliance to the Crimson Pack. I can call her, though. I have her cell number. Precious, can you do that before Zane goes nuts over here? I grab my phone off the dresser and dial her number. She doesn't answer, so I leave her a voicemail that I need her to come back to the pack right now. When I set the phone down, I start to address Zane, but the phone rings again. I answer, seeing Sarah's number on the screen. Hey Sarah, can you come back? I need you. I'm so sorry, Emma, I hear before a voice I never wanted to hear comes through the phone. Hello, my Luna. I have missed you, Chase says. What did you do, Chase? I can see both Xander and Zane stiffen at the name. I say, I put the phone on speaker. I haven't done anything, my love. I just was visiting with our good friend Sarah and her cousin. Chase, don't hurt her. She has nothing to do with this. I have no intention of hurting her, love. I just want my Luna back. Xander and Zane are on the verge of shifting, but I silence them both with a finger. Where do you want me to meet you? And if I do, you will let Sarah go? Of course, I will let her go. I just want you. Meet me at our pack border. No way, I don't trust you to keep your word that close to the pack. You were always too smart for your own good. Meet me in the woods near the human territory. Don't bring any of the new pack members with you, or they will die. I have no friends here, so who would I bring? I lie. Good, I am the only friend you need, my love. The call disconnects and I feel like throwing up everything I just ate. Xander wraps his arms around me and let him hold me. We have to get Sarah back, I cry with my head on his chest. Zane growls. I will have my Luna and he will die for hurting you and taking her. Xander nods his agreement, and I am glad to have them both in my life.